Hello everybody, my name is Mind, and welcome back to the Aeroteam YouTube channel. And today we've got another tutorial for you, and today I'll be showing you how to build this DHC-6 Twin Otter, which is built by de Havilland in Canada. Now this is one of the best performance aircraft you could get in terms of being able to take off from just about anywhere, fly anywhere, and do really anything. And I'll be showing you how to build it in 1.5:1 scale. Now, before we get started, this build is 24 blocks long, 29 blocks wide, and 10 blocks high, if you include that button on the top, otherwise it's 9 blocks tall. Now, it does make use of our custom Aeroteam resource pack, and so for it, I will be referring to certain blocks, such as the retextured stairs and slabs as the wool stairs and slabs, and then there's also nether bricks has been retextured to black wool, so I'll refer to those as the black wool stairs and slabs. Everything else is just about normal aside from the jungle trapdoors and the birch trapdoors. The birch is the wool trapdoor and the jungle is the smooth stone trapdoor. The spruce button is the red button, and the jungle button is the wool button. Anyway, one other thing before we get started, we do make use of world edit and custom player heads. We have a plugin for that on the server. However, if you don't have these, you can get by without them very easily. We also use world edit in this build quite frequently. You'll see it along the wing and the landing gear as well, and if you don't have world edit, I'll be showing you ways to get around with that. It's basically the same, you'll just be getting rid of a few details. Anyway, we can get started with layer 1. So what we're going to need is 3 blocks: the Deadfire coral fan, which is our black wool sideways slab, the wool trapdoor, and the wool black wool wall. And so how we're going to be building this is we're going to go 2 blocks back from where the tip of the nose will be, and that is where we're going to place our wall. However, you may notice that this looks nothing like it does over there, and that's because we use world edit to get this intersection, as you see here, which is very flat and in the center. And so we're going to need to use world edit to do that, so we're going to have to do /repel 0, and then we select it, and we're going to place it right there. Now, if you're not using our resource pack or don't have world edit, we're going to use some black wool instead, and we would place that right there instead of this block. Now, from here, we're going to need to go 1 block back, okay, and then we're going to need to grab our birch trapdoors. Now, I'm going to grab a temporary block, and I'm going to place it right here, and then beside it is going to be a birch trapdoor on the top, and now we can get rid of that. Following this, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 more birch trapdoors, and then we're going to go 1, 2, and 3 again. Now, leaving out a gap right here, we're going to have 1, 2, and on either side we'll have 1, 2. Now, behind that, we're going to have more trapdoors on either side, and I forgot to get a block. We're also going to need the wool slab, and that will go right here and here. Now we're going to need to use world edit once again, and if you don't have world edit or our resource pack, again, you can grab the black wool and place it here instead. However, if you do have a resource pack, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be grabbing a temporary block. So we'll place one there, and we're going to place our Deadfire coral fans on either side of that block. Now we're going to place our temporary blocks on either side here, and here. That is where the wheels are going to go, and we're going to paste them in with our replacer tool. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this does make use of custom heads, and we use them in the landing gear. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So we're going to need to go grab some armor stands, and we're going to place them here. And I'm going to copy this really quickly, that way I can put in the armor stand. But now I'm going to break these blocks here, and I'm going to fill a snow layer right here, I believe. Oh no, that's not snow. This is snow. We need to go a layer up actually, and we're going to go 1, 2. That's not snow either. Where's snow? Here's our snow block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to go up 7 layers, and in the center we're going to do /summon armor stand 1, 2, and 3, and it's going to spawn in right there. And we're going to place the head on it, and we're going to grab a block back. We're going to fill these back in. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to do /stack to fill that in. And then with this here, I'm going to move this one back in like so. And now we've got the armor stand. Now what I didn't do is I didn't make the armor stand invisible because I want to get rid of it later. But you need to do /summon. I believe it is invisible armor stand to not get the little armor thing sticking out. And we're going to do that back here as well. You don't need to delete the wheel back here because this is an armor stands can go straight through these opposed to an actual block. So we're just going to do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, like so. And we place the head on, and it's right there, and we can just stack these by selecting them. And we can do that on either side. Just like so. Although you might want to mess around with the placement of it because the armor stand spawns in where you were last stood. Anyway, pretty simple. And that is it for layer 1. For layer 2, we're going to need our purple or wool stairs, slabs, trapdoor, and button. We're going to need a lever, and we're also going to need a stone button. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get started on the nose tip. So we're going to come out right here, and this is going to go 1, 2 in front, and we're going to place up 2 blocks, and then a temporary one out to the side, and then we're going to place the slab right there on top. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to come back 2 blocks because we need to put a backwards facing stair. So we're going to go 1, 2 like so, and place one right there. It might update your wall, however it does not for us, so we are perfectly fine. Now I'm going to place the backwards stair like so, and now we're going to come from here. We're going to put a slab on either side on the top, just like so, and we're going to go 1, 2, 1 and 1, 2 on either side. From that, we're going to place barrier blocks like so with the levers on top, and you can get a barrier block by doing /I barrier, and it will give you a stack. Now either side of that, we're going to need to place a button. So I'm going to place a button on the barrier block, select it with my replacer tool, make sure that I am in /fast, and place one there. And we'll do that on either side. Now coming back, we're going to go 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4 on either side, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I did accidentally make a mistake here. We can actually get rid of this block right here on either side. But anyway, continuing on, we can place another block there, and then it's a backwards facing stair again, and we can do that on either side. From here, it's a trapdoor right there and there, and then it's 2 full blocks here, here, and here. Beside that, you've got a button like so, backwards facing stairs upside down, and we're going to go 1, 2, and fill that in. And right here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, or sorry, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then it's a stair here, and then it's 1, 1, 2, just like so. Now there are some undercarriage details I'm sure you can see right there, and that requires the second layer for us to do, so I'm going to hold off and do them when we do the third layer, and that requires us to have the third layer, and so I will show you how to do that when we get to the third layer. So layer 3 requires the use of a few more blocks. We're going to need the stone buttons, the wool slabs, stair, the trapdoors, and snow as well. We're also going to need some polish andesite stairs, jungle trapdoors, which are the smooth stone trapdoors. We're going to need the buttons, the nether brick slabs, which are black wool slabs, and that should do it for us. Anyway, we can get started right here. So I'm going to start at the front, and we're going to place one slab right here. Now behind that, we're going to need to get our snow, and we're going to go 7 layers up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then behind that, we can place a full block, and beside that full block, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 snow layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snow layers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on either side. Behind that is another full block, just like so, pretty simple. And then we're going to place a button on either side. We're going to need to get our quartz, and there's going to be 2 quartz blocks on either side. Now we're going to go in the inventory, and we're going to grab a jungle trapdoor, and we're going to place it right here. Although you could use a birch trapdoor, and this just gives us the door detail that we need. For the inventory, or for the interior, we're also going to need carpet as well, which I failed to mention earlier. Anyway, we can come back, place the carpet along here, and then we grab the purple stairs, the purple slabs, and place 2 like so, and then third one here and there, and we're going to place a slab, another brick slab right there, and then coming out, we're going to place a temporary block, grab our trapdoors, and place 2 like so. And we're going to do a similar thing on the other side. However, because that is part of the propeller, we're going to go 1, 2, place that right there, just like so, and we're going to have another block, temporary block, and that right there. And that's because the DHC-6 has a tri-propeller design, and both engines of course rotate in the same direction, so you really just flip the engines. Anyway, we can go into the inventory really quickly and grab the polished andesite stair, and one's going to go right there for the cabin seating. Anyway, we can continue on back, and we're going to grab our purple slabs. We're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're going to have a third one right there. And on the third one, the bottom, we're going to have a bottom slab on either side. And we can fill in the seats as well with the carpet, just like so. And there's a third one that'll go right here with 2 more blocks. Now we have either side is different, so the left side is different from the right side. So you have 2 quartz here, and 1 quartz here, and a full block right here. And you have 1 button here, and 1 button here. Now behind that, we're going to have another seat, so we'll place that there, and the carpet place in as well. Now there is more wool, so we're going to place more there, and this will go back on this side 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, like so. And on this side we have another block of quartz with a button on it, and this I believe is for extra cargo loading, and then a full block right here. Now we need to place a full block of wool right there, and then from here it's going to go back 3 more blocks, so we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. We're going to grab the stair, I'm going to place them like so, and then 1 slab at the very end. Now I'm going to go in and grab the jungle button again, and it's going to need to go right here, so I'm going to select it, and I'm going to do // move like so, and then / move on either side. Now if we go back to the other layer, what you'll notice is, of course, we have the anti-tail skid device that the DHC-6 has, and there's also a button on the underside, so we'll put that in now. So we'll grab the lever and the button, and we also need the jungle button. So the button just goes right here, nice and simple, and then the lever behind it flicked the other way. And we need to put a temporary block here, and I'm going to select this, and then put another one right there, and you paste it there, and there you go. You have the anti-tail skid device, and that is it for layer 3. So for this next layer, layer 4, we're going to get started at the front. So we're going to place a trapdoor right there, like so. And behind that trapdoor, on the door right here, we're going to place a black wool stair facing that way, and we're going to do that on either side. And I accidentally made a mistake here. That should not be there. In fact, we should actually have the a full block there, and that is actually why we had the trapdoor from earlier. My apologies. So really what you needed to do is we would place a trapdoor right there, and then the full block would go in there. Sorry about that. Anyway, coming back, we're going to need more purpose stairs and the quartz stairs. So we're going to go one here, and then it is a quartz block, or quartz stair on either side. A full block, like so. And then from either side, we're going to do the engines now. So the engines actually utilize one of our blocks from the resource pack, and that is the stripped oak logs. So I'll bring that into the inventory, and one's going to go here. And then to the left side of it, we're going to place a slab right there, like so. Now, in front of that, we're going to need to grab our stone brick slab, place one right there, and then from the right side, we're going to place it slabs like this. And we'll do that on the other side as well. So grab this block again. This can go there, like so. The stone brick slab, like that. And then the stairs, like so. Pretty simple. Now behind that, we're going to have 2 blocks of wool, just like so. 1, 2. And then the nether brick stair. So we actually need this to be facing a corner block, so I'm going to select it. It's going to go away, and then we're going to paste it back in. If you don't have the resource pack, you can get by just fine, or world edit, you can get by just fine with paste or having it face one direction. Just like so. And then there is also a slab behind it, so this will actually update it, so I'm just going to place that there. And like so. Now I've forgotten to mention, if you're not using our resource pack, you can just use quartz for everything, and then a different block for the doors, and then for the trapdoors and snow, well, the snow can remain the same, and the trapdoors can be, say, birch trapdoors. Anyway, we can continue on. So behind the full block, we have stairs facing the opposite way now, which will be a little bit harder to do. And also for the passenger cabin, we're going to need to go get ourselves the diorite slab and place that on all of the seats except for the final one, I believe. Anyway, we can put these in reverse, like so, until we get, if I can place them in properly, until we get to this door. In this door, right here, we're going to grab quartz, and then we're going to place that in as well. And then we're going to put the final window in on that one as well. And here we can go back to the wool slabs, just like so. This is going to be a full block of quartz, and then we need the quartz slab or stair here, and that's going to be placed there like so. And then we need a full block of quartz right there, and then fill in the rest with quartz or wool and then like so. Now here we can place the other slab, and we can put a top half slab right there, and then we can go with a full block, and this will go out all the way to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I believe. Although there is, yes, that is correct. And that should be it for the 4th layer of this aircraft, and we're almost done now. So for the wing, what we're going to need is, we can get rid of the purpose stairs, but we're going to need to keep the court stair. You can get rid of the carpet. We can get rid of the strip out log, the door. We're going to need the torch still. We're going to need the lever. We're going to need the deadfire coral fans, and basically everything else in this inventory aside from those 2 blocks. And we still need the snow. We can get rid of the quartz block, and that should be it for there. Oh, and we can get rid of the diorite slab. But aside from that, everything else in this inventory, and the nether brick stair, we should need all of this from now until the end of the tutorial. So we're going to place, from right here, we're going to place a trapdoor, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and then it's a slab, 1, 2, and then a backwards face, or a quartz stair facing that direction. Now from here, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 slabs, and then we're going to go back another 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like so. And then from there, it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. And we're going to need to place a block right here to fill that in. Forgot to mention that on the last layer. And we're going to need a lever, and we're going to place that facing that direction. Now coming out for the wing, it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to need to grab our quartz slab and go 1, 2, 1, 2. And then from here, we're going to need to go all the way from the back, 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th. And I accidentally did get rid of the stair. We need to grab that back, the net black wool stair, and this will be facing towards that direction. And we also need the stone brick slab, and we'll place that there. Then we also need to grab our coral block. Now I'm going to use the barrier, so I need to grab a barrier instead. We'll place a barrier right here, and then off of that the coral fan, or coral block, goes like so. Now, continuing on, we have 1, 2, and 3 blocks, although the last one is a quartz block, or slab. And then we have a slab right there in the middle, or a full block, and then we're going to go like so. And from here, we can replace this with the black slab, nether brick slab, and then this can also become quartz. Now we'll come along for, I believe it is 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on the front, we're going to need to get our jungle buttons and the torch, and I'm going to place temporary blocks. So like so. And the temporary blocks. So we'll have one temporary block that goes there, and one that goes right there. So we're going to select the button goes there, and the torch goes there. And one block away from that, we're going to have another slab, another wool slab, and another quartz slab. Now, we need the quartz slab still, but we don't need the black wool slab for one of these layers. So we're going to go 1, and then this is going to be a full slab, wool slab here, and then we need the snow and the birch trapdoor. So you're going to place a snow layer here and the trapdoor there, and that's because it has a airfoil shape or thing right here. And then right here we're going to go 1, 2 with the black slabs, the white slabs there, quartz slabs here, 1, 2, and then at the very wingtip, it's going to be 1, 2, and I believe at the end, if I'm correct, we still have the stone button that we need to place. So we'll get a temporary block, select that one, and place it right there. So the fairings are made out of quartz. Now these do utilize world edit. So if you don't have world edit, you can simply just place them in like so. Just like so. If you do have world edit, what I'm going to do is we're going to place them all on the end. I'm going to select them and we're going to just replace them like so. And now we can flip the wing to the other side. So we'll get started. 1, 2. And we need the quartz. And then it is the black slab the entire way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. A stair. Barrier block. Just like so. And then right here, it's full slabs. Block right there. And, oh, we need to replace that with quartz, sorry. Then this, like so. Quartz behind it. The black slab right there. And this goes for 1, 2, and 3. And then what we have is 2 slabs there. Slabs there. The 4th slab right there. Like so. And then we can put in the detail blocks again. Get rid of these. So temporary blocks once again. Like so. Wrong button. And we can replace them just like so. Continuing on, we have the another layer of that. Full block, or 2 wool here. The trapdoors and snow. 2 slabs. 2 quartz. 2 wool. And then a button on the very end. So we put that right in. Like so, if I put that in the correct spot. Hi, yeah, this is Future Mind here. I made a bit of another mistake with this one. So the fairings on the right-hand side of the aircraft, I forgot to show you how to put those in. Of course, they are exactly the same as the left-hand side. I just wanted to tell you that really quickly. Now, we can move on to the tail section, which is the final bit of this tutorial. So the tail, we actually need another coral block, so I'm going to go in and search for coral, and it's going to be this dead brain coral fan. We'll place it in the inventory. We don't need any more of the quartz, so we can get rid of that. We're not going to need the barrier. We're not going to need the stairs, any of these stairs, or the torches. None of that. Oh, and this. We're not going to need the lever, and these should be, we don't even need these couple of blocks, so this should be everything that we need, aside from this block, because I forgot to place that in on the last layer. Apologize. Anyway, for the tail section, what we're going to do is we're going to come to the very back, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, just like so. And from that, we're going to place a 1, 2, 3, 4 with the black, and 1, 2, 3, 4 with the quartz on either side. Oops. And then coral in the front. From here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and the coral in the back. And we're going to go 1, 2. Coral in the front and back on this layer. 1, 2. Just coral in the back here. And then the final layer is done like so. There's a button in the middle. And then we have a red button at the very front. And we can move this. So we're going to place it right here. And we're going to do // move. Just like so. And there you have it. that is it for the DHC-6 Twin Otter. I hope you enjoyed building it, and I hope you really enjoy the design. Of course, if you do use the design, please make sure to credit us. Loads of time, effort, and work goes into making these. Yesterday, Fifi and I spent about an hour. Fifi, I, and Morales spent about an hour just fixing this thing up. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow our Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Twitter, join the Discord. Anyway, my name is Mind. Take care. Bye-bye.